The way Soo Kai looks at his co-stars has become one of the most dangerous mysteries in the drama world. Not because fans believe every rumor, but because sometimes it doesn't look like acting anymore. There's always that moment, a split second after the director yells, "Cut." The cameras stop rolling. Staff members relax. Makeup artists rush forward. Yet Soo Kai stays frozen, eyes locked on his co-star, as if he forgot the scene already ended. And somehow, those few silent seconds have sparked thousands of debates online. Was it professionalism? Or was something much deeper hiding behind those eyes? Fans first noticed it during romantic scenes that felt almost painfully real. The trembling hands, the lingering stares, the quiet smiles that appeared too natural to be scripted. In interviews, co-stars often laughed nervously when asked about his chemistry. Some avoided eye contact completely. Others smiled in silence before changing the topic. And that silence only made people more suspicious. Because the truth is, chemistry like that is rare. Viewers have watched countless drama couples kiss, cry, and confess love on screen. But Soo Kai's scenes carry a strange emotional weight that leaves people uncomfortable in the best way possible. It feels intimate, personal, almost intrusive, as if audiences are witnessing emotions that were never meant to be seen. One behind-the-scenes clip changed everything. It was supposed to be harmless, just another filming break uploaded by staff. Soo Kai sat quietly beside his co-star after an emotional scene. Neither of them spoke. The entire set around them buzzed with movement, but they stayed trapped in their own silence. Then she looked at him, and he looked back. Not with the playful energy actors usually fake for fan service. Not with exaggerated expressions meant for social media edits. This was different. His expression softened almost painfully, like someone trying to hide emotions that slipped out too late. Fans replayed the clip thousands of times. Some called it romantic. Others called it dangerous. Because when emotions start feeling real on set, lines begin to blur. And Soo Kai's body language has only fueled the rumors further. People noticed how carefully he listens when his co-stars speak. How his entire posture changes around certain actresses. The slight tilt of his head. The softened gaze. The instinctive smile that appears before he even realizes it. These are tiny details most actors can't fake consistently. Which is exactly why fans can't stop talking about them. One co-star once admitted during an interview that acting opposite Soo Kai was emotionally overwhelming. She laughed after saying it, but her face turned red almost instantly. The hosts teased her relentlessly, while Soo Kai sat beside her smiling quietly, rubbing the back of his neck like someone trying to survive the attention. But viewers noticed something else. He never denied it. That moment alone exploded across social media. Comments flooded in within minutes. Why does this feel too real? The tension is insane. They're acting, right? And honestly, that question has followed Soo Kai for years. Because every time he forms an on-screen partnership, audiences become emotionally attached far too quickly. Fans begin analyzing interviews frame by frame. They study eye contact, awkward laughter, subtle touches. Even silence becomes evidence. Especially the silence. One of the most unforgettable moments happened during a live promotional event. Soo Kai and his co-star were standing side by side answering harmless questions when the atmosphere suddenly shifted. Someone in the audience shouted whether they had real feelings for each other. The room erupted instantly. His co-star burst into nervous laughter while covering her face. Soo Kai looked down for several seconds without speaking. Not joking. Not deflecting. Just silent. And somehow, that silence became louder than any answer. The clip spread online overnight. Fans zoomed into his facial expression, pointing out the faint smile he tried to suppress. Others noticed how his co-star avoided looking at him afterward. The tension between them became almost unbearable to watch. It felt less like promotion, and more like two people trying desperately not to reveal something. But maybe that's exactly what makes Soo Kai so captivating. He doesn't perform romance like a polished celebrity trying to create viral moments. Instead, his emotions seem messy, uncontrolled, human. His co-stars don't just react to scripted lines, they react to him. and viewers can feel it instantly. Even directors have reportedly praised his emotional immersion during romantic scenes. Some staff members described the atmosphere during filming as intense, explaining that emotional scenes often became unusually quiet once cameras started rolling. Because Soo-kai doesn't just act heartbreak, he sinks into it. You can see it in the way his eyes lose focus after emotional scenes end. The way he exhales deeply as though trying to return to reality. The way co-stars sometimes stay unusually close to him afterward, as if they too need a moment to separate fiction from reality. That's the part fans find impossible to ignore. Most actors know how to create chemistry, but Soo-kai makes people believe it. And belief is powerful. It's why viewers become emotionally obsessed with his drama pairings. It's why edits of his scenes gain millions of views overnight. It's why audiences continue searching for hidden signs long after dramas finish airing. Because deep down, people want the fantasy to be real. But there's another side to this story that fans rarely talk about. What happens when an actor becomes too believable? The emotional pressure can become suffocating. Every interaction gets analyzed. Every smile becomes a rumor. Every moment of kindness sparks dating speculation. Suddenly, simple professionalism is mistaken for hidden romance. And sometimes, that attention changes relationships forever. There were moments when Soo-kai appeared visibly uncomfortable during interviews discussing chemistry rumors. His smile would tighten slightly. His eyes would shift away from the cameras. Yet even then, fans couldn't stop watching him. Because even his discomfort felt emotional. And maybe that's the strange magic surrounding him. Soo-kai has mastered something most actors spend entire careers chasing: emotional authenticity. Whether intentional or not, he creates moments that feel painfully genuine. Moments that blur fiction and reality so perfectly that audiences forget where the script ends. That's why his chemistry feels dangerous. Not because people necessarily believe every rumor, but because for a few seconds viewers want to believe them. And perhaps the most haunting part is this. Sometimes his co-stars look at him the exact same way. That's what keeps fans awake at night, replaying interviews and behind-the-scenes clips. Not the dramatic edits, not the viral headlines, but those tiny unguarded moments between scenes. The pauses, the glances, the emotions that appear before celebrities remember the world is watching. Those are the moments that feel real. And in an industry built on illusion, reality becomes the most addictive thing of all. Maybe Soo-kai is simply an extraordinary actor. Or maybe some emotions are impossible to fake forever. Either way, audiences can't look away. Because every new drama comes with the same question fans are almost afraid to ask now. What if this time it's real? And then came the moment fans still refuse to stop talking about. It happened during the final filming week of one of Soo-kai's most emotionally intense dramas. By then, the cast had already spent months together. Months of scripted confessions, sleepless night shoots, emotional breakdown scenes, and endless hours trapped inside a world that no longer felt fictional. Staff members later described the atmosphere on set as strange. Too quiet. Too emotional. Almost like everyone could sense something changing. One behind-the-scenes clip surfaced online only briefly before disappearing. But by then, thousands had already saved it. In the video, Soo-kai stood beside his co-star after filming a heartbreaking separation scene. Her eyes were still wet with tears. Makeup artists waited nearby, but neither of them moved. The cameras weren't rolling anymore, yet the emotional tension between them felt suffocating. Then she whispered something to him. No one could hear the words, but viewers saw his reaction. For 1 second, Soo-kai's expression completely shattered. The smile disappeared. His eyes lowered instantly, jaw tightening as if he was trying to hold something back. Not acting, not performance. Real emotion. Raw and painfully visible before he quickly looked away. Fans lost their minds. Theories exploded overnight. What did she say? Why did he look hurt? Was that a real confession? Some people claimed the two had secretly developed feelings during filming. Others insisted the emotional intensity of the drama had blurred reality for them both. And honestly, the deeper fans searched, the more unsettling the evidence became. because suddenly old interviews started looking different. In one clip, his co-star admitted she found it dangerous, acting opposite Soo Kai during romantic scenes because he made everything feel too believable. At the time, people laughed. But after that behind-the-scenes moment resurfaced, her words carried a completely different weight. Dangerous. Not sweet. Not exciting. Dangerous. And maybe that was the first real clue. Because emotional chemistry at that level doesn't just affect viewers. It affects the actors too. People close to the production reportedly noticed subtle shifts between them near the end of filming. Long silences between takes. Nervous laughter that felt forced. Eye contact that lingered too long before quickly breaking apart. As if both of them suddenly became aware of something they were trying desperately not to acknowledge. Then came the press conference. And everything became worse. The room was packed with reporters flashing cameras nonstop, while the cast smiled politely under blinding lights. Soo Kai looked calm at first, answering questions casually, joking with the hosts, maintaining his usual composure, until one reporter asked a single question. What was the hardest part about filming together? The atmosphere changed instantly. His co-star stopped smiling first. Soo Kai looked toward her instinctively, almost like he was checking her reaction before answering. That tiny movement lasted less than 2 seconds, but fans noticed immediately. Then came the silence. A long silence. Too long. The kind of silence that makes everyone in the room uncomfortable. His co-star finally laughed softly, but her eyes never lifted from the floor. Soo Kai rubbed his hands together slowly before speaking in a quieter voice than usual. Some scenes were emotionally exhausting. That was it. No detailed explanation. No playful comment. Just that sentence. But the way he said it haunted fans for weeks. Because his expression didn't look like someone remembering fictional scenes. It looked like someone remembering something personal. And what happened afterward only intensified the rumors. For weeks after filming ended, fans noticed they suddenly stopped interacting publicly. No playful comments. No behind-the-scenes photos together. Even during promotions, there was a visible distance between them that hadn't existed before. Ironically, that distance created even more suspicion. Because people began asking the question no one wanted to say out loud. Did something happen after filming ended? The internet became obsessed. Fans analyzed every expression during interviews. Every awkward pause. Every nervous smile. Some even pointed out how Soo Kai seemed emotionally withdrawn during later appearances, his once relaxed energy replaced by something quieter, heavier. And perhaps the most heartbreaking part? There were moments when he looked like he wanted to say something but stopped himself every single time. That's what made the entire situation feel painfully real. Not dramatic scandals. Not dating rumors. But restraint. The visible effort to hide emotions before they reach the surface. And maybe that's why audiences remain so emotionally attached to Soo Kai's chemistry stories. Because underneath the glamorous dramas and viral edits lies something much more human. Two people spending months pretending to fall in love, only to realize the emotions might not disappear once filming ends. And sometimes, the hardest part isn't falling into those feelings. It's pretending they never happened at all. Especially when millions of people are watching your every expression, waiting for the truth to accidentally appear on your face.